Heyo, and what is up, everybody? Thank you once again for joining us here on the channel today for our official Monday Night Raw review live from Memphis, Tennessee. And I have got a lot to say about this show, because if you thought this was a good show, if you were fooled by all the pomp and circumstance to believe that this was a good show, then you've come to the right place, because I am here to tell you why that is not true, and then we are going to do it right here and right now, like we always do on the newest, fastest rising, hottest podcast in all of the YouTube wrestling community, the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Let's do it.
Sledgehammer Wrestling Show.
It has been a very, very heavy day of wrestling here in my house. We kicked off this day with the Mae Young Classic, and we rolled all the way on through into Monday Night Raw, and God, what a difference a few hours makes. My name is Nick Nightmare. Welcome, everybody, to the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show's official Monday Night Raw review. This is your boy and mine, Blue the Snowball Microphone, the World Heavyweight Champion of all microphones. And let's get this shit started, because I've been sitting here for a good part, the better part of a half an hour, trying to make sense of this show, which is a very hard thing to do when we talk about Monday Night Raw. We cannot make sense of this show, because there was a lot that happened tonight. A lot of mistakes were made on this card tonight, and we are going to go over them right now, because I want to start right off at the top. Listen, the crowd in Memphis was dead. I'm talking dead. Yeah, they made a little noise here and there where it would be appropriate, as a casual fan would do. But this is Memphis motherfucking Tennessee. This is supposed to be a hotbed for pro wrestling. This is supposed to be smart fans and educated fans. And you know what I heard? I heard fucking crickets. I heard crickets all night long. You put on this very same show in a hot, big market city like right here in New York, or Los Angeles, or Philadelphia, or Toronto, or Chicago, your reactions to a lot of the things that happened tonight would have been off the charts, and it would have made it feel like the big show you think you threw, even though even in that scenario, this show was terrible, logic-wise. And we are going to highlight the rest of that. This crowd only popped twice, pretty much in the whole show. When Brock Lesnar said the word bitch, because we don't know what that word sounds like anymore. And when Jeff Hardy won the 15-man Battle Royal to determine the Miz's #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship, which is a match we will be getting next week on Monday Night Raw, and not at the pay-per-view, which is fucking an asinine decision to begin with. That's just one. And speaking of Brock, this crowd did not care about the Universal Champion being in the building. They announced Brock Lesnar, and there was nothing, not a fucking peep, not a sound to be heard. Paul Heyman goes in the ring and cuts one of the best promos I've ever heard, and actually put over Braun Strowman, saying this very exact phrase: "I do not believe in monsters, but I believe that Braun Strowman is one." That was a fucking fantastic line. There was a lot of great lines being thrown around tonight, but they were falling on deaf ears, because this crowd could care less about anything at all about what was going on. And speaking of that, where the fuck was Braun? Did I fall asleep during the show again and not know it? Did I miss a 10-minute segment that I am unaware of where there was Braun Strowman, the #1 top attraction you have right now on the show, in the main program for the Universal title, and you don't even have him cut a promo? Run a package? Something. I don't get it. Speaking of that Battle Royal, here is one of the biggest ways I can highlight how stupid stupid the WWE is and how they don't even know what the fuck they're doing and what they're writing. Because here you have a 15-man battle royal, right? You got a mix of 15 of the best and worst stars that you were not going to use tonight for whatever reason, right? Okay. Before the bell rings, you have got Goldust and R-Truth in the ring. The bell rings to start the battle royal, and these two guys never touched. With everything that they have gone through over the last 2 months, they built this feud. They showed us promo after promo, and Goldust in the movie theater, and R-Truth on the street, and them doing back and forth promos on each other. Have this whole thing come to absolutely nothing. You never blew it off. They never even had a blow-off match, and then you don't even address the fact or make them realize that they should be hating each other. This feud was so bad, these guys forgot they were even in a feud. And nobody on Raw thought to maybe tell the referee, hey, tell these guys to get into it. They're supposed to be enemies here. They're standing within arm's reach of each other. And it actually, to me, looked like they were talking to each other. Like, hey, you believe we gotta do this battle royal bullshit? What the fuck, man? Goldie, what's going on, bro? What's up? What's up, Goldie? What's up? I could have sworn I saw that. I may be just getting a little hand there, but it's the small things. It's the small things like that that you cannot forgive when the big things are as big as they are. One of these big things was the continuation of an absolutely dead storyline between Finn Balor and Bray Wyatt. In this battle royal, when they announced the competitors, well, not announced, but when they showed the competitors, I immediately assumed that they were going to possibly move Finn Balor into contention for the Intercontinental title and have him go one-on-one with The Miz, which would be great. I was hoping against all hope that it wouldn't be Jason Jordan, because that experiment is tanking fast. Nobody's getting behind it, and I think the crowd would have shit all over Jason Jordan if he won that battle royal tonight. And I think the crowd was expecting Finn Balor to win, and you bring Bray Wyatt out of the dark for no fucking reason. Nobody wants to see this anymore. Bray Wyatt was defeated by the Demon. What else do we need to see at this point? This was useless. This is a senseless way to book Finn Balor. He should have won this battle royal. Not that I have anything truly against Jeff Hardy, but Jeff Hardy being booked to win this match only proves everything that John Cena was saying during his promo against Roman Reigns, which was the moment of the night, if not maybe even the moment of the year on Monday Night Raw. And not because it was a moment tearing the poor man down to shreds. I actually felt sorrow for Roman Reigns tonight. I felt fucking bad for him, because John Cena does what John Cena does, and what he said tonight was proven hands down just by the response that he was getting from Roman Reigns, which was lackluster. And the main gist of what he was trying to say is John Cena is still the man. John Cena is still untouchable. John Cena is still the guy in the WWE for Vince McMahon, because you guys can't do your job. Jeff Hardy winning this battle royal is proof of that. Because look at the names in that battle royal. You could have had Apollo Crews win that battle royal. You know, you could have had Jason Jordan. As much as it's not going well, you could be doing the force him down your throat routine with him. If you really believed in him and you thought he had the ability and the acumen to do this, and the intelligence to do this, and to really play along and sell this angle, then you would be behind him. The same can be said for Baron Corbin, Bray Wyatt, Roman Reigns. It's the same effect every time. Jinder Mahal. You guys can't get it done. You guys cannot step up to that next echelon level, that Steve Austin, Triple H, Rock, John Cena, Undertaker level. There's nobody there. When we lost CM Punk and we lost Daniel Bryan, there was nobody on that roster, and there is still to this day nobody on that roster that you could look at and consider big money main event. Nobody. I love a lot of guys. You know, Samoa Joe, Braun Strowman, maybe. We're almost there with them. Finn Balor, maybe. But nobody is at this moment at that level. There has not been anybody at that level. Consistency for the last 15 years. We've seen Dolph Ziggler fail. We've seen Ryback fail. We've seen countless guys that the machine was behind fail. And we automatically blame John Cena and, oh, he buried him. It was his decision. But you know what? Maybe he's making the right call. Maybe these guys aren't doing the best that they can and are not performing at the level that they need to be at. And WWE proves him right by not going with a young talent to feature against The Miz for the Intercontinental Championship. They go with Jeff Hardy, which at this point is going to be a surefire lock to win the Intercontinental Championship next week unless somebody comes out and costs him the match. What else would you say? Who's going to cost Jeff Hardy the match? Who are they feuding with right now? Why are you going to pull apart the Hardys tag team now before you've established their broken identity or whatever it is? Lots of problems with this show. And that's just starting it off. We're just starting it off. I named about 5 or 6 problems. We still got a couple more to go, and these are the 2 big ones. 2 big problems. We're going to start off with the good problem because it's a little bit shorter. There is a good problem that is happening right now. The good problem is the WWE looks to be stacking the No Mercy card with tremendous matches. We've got 2 really big matches, concrete for sure, right now. You got John Cena and Roman Reigns, which, truthfully and honestly, any smart Mark fan like myself or you guys or anybody that's been watching wrestling for a while, we don't care. We don't care about this match. No matter who wins, we lose as fans because we're not invested in John Cena. If you were invested in him, you're probably tired of him by now and want to see something changed. Nobody's gotten on the Roman Reigns engine except for ladies and little girls, which was the John Cena story, and it's going to make for an interesting match. That match should have been, everything that we're seeing happening right now should have happened 4 weeks ago, 5-6 weeks ago. Imagine this happening on the road to SummerSlam, or even better, on the road to WrestleMania. How much, even though this felt tremendous, the build that they did on this tonight, and no matter how off the script or off the cuff he may have gone, this would have been even more bigger, even more tremendous of a booking. But we're gonna just have it at No Mercy. Let's just fucking do it and get it over with. Rush. Brock Lesnar and Braun Strowman. Everybody's talked about it since the rise of Braun Strowman, as Brock Lesnar has been the Universal Champion for the majority of that time, and we are finally going to get to see that. It deserves to be at something bigger than a bullshit No Mercy pay-per-view that's falling in between SummerSlam and the Survivor Series. Why they can't book like this when leading into WrestleMania or SummerSlam or the Royal Rumble, I don't fucking get it. Why do you see some type of importance in this No Mercy pay-per-view to make it so large? To make it already, by the first 2 matches that are announced, it's already one of the biggest cards of the year. Regardless about how you feel about Reigns and Cena, it's a huge match. Huge match in the history of wrestling. It's a huge match in Vince McMahon's mind, too. I'm sure he's jerking off all over himself just at the possibilities of what he might be seeing in a couple of weeks. Absolutely ridiculous. I do not understand why they would book a B-level throwaway pay-per-view like a fucking supercard. We'll still have to see what else is going to be added. Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss certainly will be added to this card, and I fucking hated this. If you were a fan of my show and you have listened to my reviews and we have gone over this ad nauseum at this point, the thing that has been going on between Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax has not even begun. It has not even begun. They have not even scratched the surface of their friendship on television. They have not highlighted, even in the slightest, exactly how close these two actually are. There has not been one sign of it. It's been mildly hinted at. She has been casually helping Alexa Bliss, but looking as if to be keeping her distance, which was getting to me because they should have just brought them together. Have Nia Jax continue to assist her, allow her to reign as champion uninterrupted, without having little hiccups in your title reign, giving it up to Sasha Banks just to fucking win it back 2 weeks later. Continuing to make Sasha Banks look absolutely fucking terrible. What, do you think that's an interesting storyline? Oh, every time she wins a title, she loses it on Raw. That's very interesting, Mr. McMahon. I would like to see this. Get the fuck out. Holy shit. Are you fucking kidding me? Why are we flip-flopping titles? What the fuck is going on? Why blemish her title reign? 2 title reigns, 3-time, 4-time women's champion means dog shit. It means dog shit to me. Do you know why? Because if you are a 4-5, even in the case of the great Ric Flair, 22-time world heavyweight champion, factually, if you really count every title he's ever won. But what that also means is that he lost the title 21 times. If he held that championship for 6 years before losing it, I mean, that's a large amount of time for this day and age. But let's just say, Ric Flair's been champion for 6 years. And this guy's been champion 17 times in a 24-year career. What's more impressive? To me, the longevity is impressive. Now, it's not how many times you could be champion. It's how long you could stay on top. That's the more impressive stat. So by giving these girls, and now the guys, because they're hot potatoing everything right now, to rack up numbers of how many title reigns, it means nothing. It means nothing. It means that you're good at winning big matches, but you also can't hold on to your title. Really. If we're looking at it in all honesty, that's what is happening. You are diminishing the value of the women's championship every time you pull a stupid fucking stunt like this. You did the same thing on SmackDown. You did the same thing with the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. You did the same thing with the Cruiserweight Championship. Why interrupt Neville's run? Why? To pop a rating? To hype the crowd before SummerSlam? We all thought that happened because you scratched the match altogether, but you didn't. And you just gave it back to him. So what the fuck was the point? The same is being said here. What was the point? I don't get it. It makes no sense. Did this match deserve to be the main event? No. No, it did not. They have not done enough to build this feud. Again, mildly hinted at the fact that these guys have some sort of a personal history with each other. Mildly hinted at it. We didn't explore anything. We got a couple of good promos out of Sasha. We got a couple of good promos out of Alexa. And now we have the match tonight, and now it's over. It's done. That angle is done. And we are going to switch it up. And we're going to turn Nia Jax's face? Is that what happened? Who's the good guy in this scenario coming out? Are we cheering for Nia because she turned on the evil Alexa Bliss? Are we going to boo Nia because she's taking out the champ and everybody's starting to get on board the Alexa bandwagon? What are we supposed to do? Sasha, if you gave her the belt, should have held the belt tonight. As much as I love Alexa Bliss, she should have lost tonight, and we move along that road. Have Sasha Banks versus Nia Jax with Alexa Bliss in her corner, possibly. Maybe you get Nia Jax a title reign if you were so hot to get the fucking title off of Sasha Banks so quickly. Instead of interrupting the reign of one very, very good champion, probably one of the best champions you have on the roster right now, because everybody else is not doing that great, but Alexa Bliss is bringing attention to the Women's Championship. Her performances have been doing great, and everything that she does is getting better every single week. Gradual progression. You see it constantly. You don't see it in a lot of these other girls, but Alexa Bliss has gone from green as grass to the best. 2, 3, 4-time woman champion means nothing. Means nothing. I wouldn't want to have as many wins as losses. If I said that right, does that make sense? I believe that. You understand what I mean. It's almost like you have a 500 record. I'd rather be the champion for 365 days and then lose it after the year and then never be champion again. You know, if you're going to then have 4 championship reigns in that 1 year. Oh, he won it at WrestleMania, but he lost it at SummerSlam, and then he won it back at Survivor Series, and then he lost it at the Rumble, and then he won it back at the stupid Hell in a Cell, and then he lost it again at WrestleMania. That doesn't make a good champion to me. You're making all these girls look bad just by that. And my main problem with this scenario is it makes me feel like they think we're stupid. Because this is a social media fucking world. You want to go out of your way during the broadcast to waste about 30, 45 seconds of everybody's time touting how you are the most interactive on social media. You beat ESPN, you beat out HBO, you have the most social media subscribers. Congratulations, go fuck yourself. Because you don't even use it the right way. If you used it properly, you would see the billions of people that watch wrestling and that follow Alexa and Naya and know of their private, personal friendship in real life, and it is not going to allow me to suspend my disbelief enough to know that this is going to be a real heated feud. Oh, Alexa is in trouble now. Naya's been, underneath her shadow for what, 3 minutes? The fuck out of here. This very, very bad decision making. You're insulting my intelligence. You want me to truly believe this just the same way you want me to believe Jason Jordan is Kurt Angle's son? How stupid do you think we are? Nia Jax would not do this. Yet, you've given me no reason to believe she would do this. There is no reason outside of the fact that she wants the WWE Championship that she would do this, but we don't know that because she hasn't said or hinted at or led towards us believing she was going to turn on Miss Bliss in any way. And sure, surprise is great. I'm always talking about surprise. Yeah, great. And you want story. Yeah, great. But this is the wrong story to be telling right now. I want stories, but I want stories that are going to fucking make sense. And Monday Night Raw tonight, you guys, did not make fucking sense. And I'm so mad that I keep hitting Blue. I'm sorry, Blue. I don't mean to take it out on you, little buddy. Those were tonight's problems from top to bottom. I was taking notes through this whole show, as I've been doing more and more. But I don't really want to fucking go over this show. I kind of just did it right there for you in my problems with the Raw tonight. Up and down the card, there was nothing really worth talking about. What do we got here? Nothing. Oh, Enzo made his Cruiserweight debut. Do you give a shit? Do you give a shit? I was hoping that he went to 205 Live and that we were not going to have to see much more of 205 Live on Monday Night Raw. Not that I have anything against Enzo. It just doesn't work. Look at the time that was wasted tonight. Absolutely fucking wasted for him to come out and mispronounce Noam Dar's name. For what? For fucking what? It does nothing. For Neville to be backstage and go, oh, I'm going to be the Cruiserweight champion forever and ever and ever. How you doing? Get the fuck out of here. Stupid, senseless booking. Crowd was asleep for this whole fucking show, like I said at the top of the broadcast. Let's talk about the fucking, what everybody probably wants to hear, what I have to think about anyway, and that's John Cena and Roman Reigns tonight. John Cena and Roman Reigns is nauseating to me, but you would be an absolute fucking fool if you wanted to come on here and discount and discredit what John Cena brings to the table. And what John Cena brings to the table is an element of realness. And he's not stupid. He knows that all of us here on the internet and all of us here that think we know more than they do, which we do most of the time, you know, he's playing to us. And a lot of the things that he said tonight in that promo, I'm very curious to see what the true backstage reaction to this whole scenario is going to be. I want to wake up in the morning and I want to see Vince McMahon furious at Cena for going off the script. Or Vince McMahon furious with Cena for going over about 10 minutes. Because it felt like that segment was way too long. And it cut into the time for the women's match, that's for sure. But everything he said was absolutely 100% valid. We highlighted some of it when we were talking a bit earlier. You know, he says, you're a cheap corporate John Cena knockoff. You're a ripoff of me. And you don't do it nearly as well as me. Paraphrase a little bit. Because I can't remember exactly what he said. And everything he said was so fucking great. I sat there in awe. My wife and I's jaws were dropped. And all I could think of as he got halfway through this thing was, wow, Roman Reigns is fucking dead. He is dead right now. He had nothing. He had no fire in his eyes. He had nothing. And the key thing to take from this whole thing, and to see how talented John Cena really is, this man essentially went off on a speech about how I don't bury people. I don't have no magical fucking golden shovel, and I don't bury nobody. I accept the new, and I try to make new superstars, and I try this, and I did this with the U.S. title, and he just threw it all out there about how he does not hurt, hinder, or hold down talent. And he does not bury people. All the while, he's essentially burying Roman Reigns one fucking lump of dirt at a time with every verbal jab he took. Roman was nowhere near ready to rebuttal everything that Cena had to say to him. It was obvious. He looked like a deer in headlights. He looked like he was trying to remember his lines. And I kept sitting on my couch and I'm screaming at my TV. Get mad. What the fuck are you doing? Everything he just said to you. Get mad, bro. Grow some balls. Get mad. Put some bass in your voice and get in his fucking face. Get mad. I think that's what he was trying to do. He was trying to pull Roman Reigns out of that fucking flak jacket. But it didn't work. And he even made sure to tell everybody it didn't work. He ended this whole thing telling everybody, hey, it took you 5 years to do a half-decent promo. Come on, man. Come on, man. I know the guy ain't good, but you ain't got to kill him live on national TV. You might as well have just put a double barrel down his throat and pulled the fucking trigger. You just showed the whole entire world that Roman Reigns will never be John Cena. Not that we didn't already know that anyway, but you pretty much just put the nail in the coffin. And who the fuck is John Cena to say, hey, I ain't the Undertaker? Let's just go off on that just for a tiny little bit. I understand where he was coming from, but, bro, watch your mouth, man. Watch your mouth. I'm not the Undertaker. I'm not so half-retired guy with a bad hip. That's the reality of the situation. But the Undertaker in his prime would have put you out, bro. So take it easy on the Undertaker. All of us Attitude Era guys get a little sensitive when you talk about the legend of the dead man, you know, and I just think that was fucking great. It was interesting. It was, you know, it brought goosebumps to my arms, and it was the best part of what I will call a very lackluster, as we're used to, Monday Night Raw. Going up and down the matches for what? For what? You guys didn't fucking miss a thing. Jeff Hardy won the Battle Royal. Roman Reigns and John Cena, before they could even come to blows, Gallows and Anderson for some reason get sent down to ringside even though they already competed in the Battle Royal at the beginning of the show. Come down to get squashed by Roman and Cena. You had a segment with fucking Elias Sampson, who I love and is being absolutely wasted on an appearance by fucking Heath Slater, but it's even worse than Heath Slater. It's Heath Slater dressed up as Pelvis Wesley from Southpaw Regional Wrestling. How dumb do you think we are? Did you really need to use this 2 minutes and waste the talent and time of a guy like Elias and make him look fucking stupid and foolish working against a guy like this for Southpaw Regional Wrestling to promote something that everybody who's going to watch that, we've all already watched it twice, some of us 3 times, because it's great. But it doesn't need extra added promotion. It doesn't need you to be an idiot and dress up your guys like these guys that don't exist, and that most of the people in the audience live are not the fans that you have that are watching Southpaw Regional Wrestling. Do you see any Southpaw t-shirts on in the fucking crowd? Do you see any signs for Southpaw anywhere they go? No. Because there's a very select few of us that totally fucking love it and get it. It's a very specific kind of comedy. You shouldn't be promoting it like that on a nationwide level. Especially using it to waste a match. And to use up time. Filler time that you didn't need because you were already behind. Unbelievable. Those are my thoughts on Monday Night Raw tonight, you guys. If I missed anything that you happen to be interested in my opinions on, don't be afraid to use that comment section down below. And as always, do not forget to like, share this video with your friends, and subscribe if you are not a member of the Sledgehammer Club already. Don't forget, everybody, this episode of Sledgehammer Wrestling Show is brought to you by Clutch Chairs, our new sponsor. I didn't run the ad at the beginning because I don't want to do it at the beginning of every show. But it is here for you guys to see. If you want any more information about the fucking awesome chairs and gaming desks that they have available, just click the special link I have in the description below. It's there. Just click it. Check it out. You don't gotta fucking buy a thing. No obligation to you at all. Just go check out the website. It's worth a look. Some really, really fucking awesome stuff. And if you find yourself in the position to pick one up, why don't you go ahead? As long as you hit that link, we're all happy. You, me, everybody. Because you're supporting the show the very best way you can. By being a subscriber, hitting that like button, and checking out Clutch Chairs. Thank you guys so much. That's gonna do it. My name is Nick Nightmare. This is Blue the Snowball Microphone. We have got the Mae Young Classic Round 1 review coming up for you guys tomorrow morning. We also put up yesterday and earlier today the preview for the Mae Young Classic. So if you have not seen the Mae Young Classic yet and you want to see what I think, and I introduce all the girls, all 32 of them, it's 2 parts, it's fucking fantastic. Go check it out. Then watch the Mae Young Classic and come back here again, because you know you want to. Come back here again, hang out with us. We're going to talk some fucking women's wrestling. And let me tell you, it's going to be a whole lot better than everything we saw tonight on Monday Night Raw. That's going to do it, and I am out of here. And we will see you next time, right here on the Sledgehammer Wrestling Show. Have a good one, guys.